All right, Wolverine and a Wild Thing walk into a bar, and you are not gonna believe what happens.
Chaos ensues. This is gonna be a little watch back, a little walk down memory lane, looking at last year's Halloween, and also maybe a little tease towards next year's Halloween.
Actually, if you don't like and subscribe, you will be haunted.
It's a fact.
Just know that.
It's a new part of the algorithm with YouTube.
Every year we'll mix it up, we'll do something a little bit different. The theme here, we had like a little kind of Addams Family area at the front, and then it goes into the mummies and things like that at the back. And then from there it goes around into another area because I love zones. This area has more like a carnival, carnival creepy thing.
I don't like this area.
Can you tell that I think clowns are creepy?
I mean, you and Linda would get along there. So Linda hates clowns, and I actually didn't tell her that one of my first jobs was being a clown. I didn't tell her that for many years.
We were not terrifying clowns. We were cute clowns.
We could have made ourselves terrifying.
This is the mad scientist area, and so all of this stuff, like the gauges and everything, there's like smoke and everything that comes out, they light up, which is great. And then
Frankenstein's a scientist.
that was an ode to Dad, because Dad always dressed as Frankenstein's monster.
Dun, dun, dun. Ah! Those are so good. The fact that you can do any pattern, you can do anything with it is just so fun.
Yeah. I've got the lights on the trees that we can change to spooky colors and make it kind of elegant, but then we've got additional lighting and smoke that we put in the haunted house, so it really gets you in that mood. You can literally program it from your phone, which I love, and so we can put anything we want. Twinkly is the name of the company, and they've got like their different types of lights and whatnot. This is like Halloween night, but for the rest of the fall season, I have a harvest theme. Yeah. So the bales of hay with the pumpkins, I leave that out for probably 3 weeks. It's a little more appropriate because if you had Halloween going for like an entire month, people would be like, okay, this guy's a nut.
Are you ready for this?
Did you feel competitive with the Halloween thing? Were you like, I can't let Jonathan outdo me?
I did try to up it a bit because you have all those trees and you have so many lights. Like, it's ridiculous how many lights Jonathan has. So I'm like, my house is smaller. What can I do with the house to make it more exciting? And so that's what I did.
It's not about how many lights you have. It's about what you do with your monsters.
Exactly. And also the whole idea of the projections. That was my way of one-upping. You have lights, but I had killer projections. The tech side of Halloween is just as exciting to me as the nostalgia of what we had when we were kids. That's Luxido, so they do a lot of big commercial events, and you look at like arenas or giant event venues, they do all the graphic, like the projector work, and it's phenomenal. So these are the units that they have for homes. Having the images on the side of the house, like having like monsters or creatures crawl through the stucco, the cracks in the stucco to come out, that is so cool, and 90% of people who walk by the house or drive by the house have never seen that. And so we kept creating traffic jams outside the house. People kept driving by and honking continually, so I had to keep...
That was me, just to annoy you.
Yeah, so a lot of our friends were driving by and they're seeing that the windows are moving and creatures are coming on. They're asking, how are you getting your windows to move like that? But it's actually just that we mapped our house, and then we created all the images with the creatures around.
For anyone that doesn't understand, mapping the house means they scanned the front of the house and then it recognizes all the architectural features and then you can manipulate it.
Yeah. After we scanned, it figured out the window where the wood frame is, and then it keeps the look of it behind the wood frame so it's realistic with the window. And what I also like is, so you can see the front of the house and the side of the house. So I have 2 projectors, and it projects to 2 sides, but you can sew those together so it actually works. So I have creatures that walk from the front around to the side of the house.
The future is now.
Yeah,
the thing with the bats fluttering away on your video is so realistic.
Yeah, the way it has the spiders crawling out and then the bats coming across, it is pretty great.
This here is the craziest. It takes your windows and warps the windows.
Yeah.
It is, I mean, I feel like this tech is way ahead of its time. Unbelievable. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that I really love. Hey, Mom and Dad. I love that.
Pirate and Zelda, was it? Was
yeah,
Mom Zelda?
Exactly. How do you decide what costumes you're gonna wear?
I don't choose typically what we're gonna wear. We typically like to do something as like a group costume. Parker loved Where the Wild Things Are. He wanted to be Max. Piper was a mini Max, and then Linda and I were some of the Wild Things.
Zoe and I we don't go as a set. We usually have our own ideas, our own things. She loves doing a Real Housewives type costume or something like that. But then I would choose something that's usually fantasy. So like, you know, a superhero costume. Last year I was Wolverine.
Wait. You faked your hair? I thought that was actually your hair.
No,
so you wore a wig?
I had a wig. So everything's made in different pieces, and they actually put the additional muscle right onto it. But I have to be able to move. That's the most important thing, because
Wait, you added muscles? I thought those were your real muscles.
I know.
I didn't realize you had a whole like glam team that came up.
It takes a team to put the stuff together. You actually thought that I did all of that just by myself?
Well,
the wig and the hair?
No, the way we
and
used to back in the day, we get these elaborate outfits and we put them on. I didn't know you had somebody come and do like your hair, makeup, and all this.
The people who do this stuff day in and day out, whether it's the wigs, the sideburns, the costumes, they know what they're doing, and clearly we've got enough construction projects going that I don't have time to be building construction projects and spikes that come out of my knuckles at the same time.
That's true. Good point. Yeah.
I actually looked at a side-by-side comparison of my costume and Hugh Jackman's. Surprisingly, I am way bigger than Hugh Jackman.
Oh.
The difference is he has way more abs than I do.
But your suit has the abs sewn into it.
Yeah, I painted the abs on. So that's what do you need?
You have so many videos of you posing your outfit. I think I have one of me going, yes, ha, in front of him, that's it. And then it cuts to you outside, you inside,
This
you on
was
the
actually
toilet.
a 4-hour shoot of just me posing.
I'm a big, fluffy, striped wild thing. We had our costumes custom made. Thanks, Saul, for getting us ready. The costumes are all custom made. So I literally came in and met with him and brought in the kiddos and sized the kids for their little outfits too. So it was pretty great.
It makes a difference. Oh, there, Zoe's Real Housewives costume.
Oh my God.
Anybody who watches Real Housewives apparently will know exactly what that is.
How many trick-or-treaters do you guys get up where you are? Because where we are, we literally get over 1,000 kids.
0.
Wow.
We don't get any. So when we host the Halloween party, we invite the kids and their classes at school. And then we also always let everyone bring the siblings, because sometimes parties, you can't have siblings. We've got the space and we like it where the whole family can come.
So the funny thing is, I thought this was just something from movies. When you see a movie and the kids are walking on the street and there are a whole bunch of families walking by and trick or treat, I'm like, that's ridiculous. I've never seen that my whole life until I moved into this neighborhood in LA, and we literally get 1,000 kids every Halloween.
What about this? I don't know if the Switch Witch has made it to your neighborhood, but
What's that?
the Switch Witch is like this witch that swaps the candy, all the candy that the kids leave that night, for one toy. And the kids can decide if they want to do that. All they have to do is leave a note for the Switch Witch.
Is this a business? Is this a brand?
No, it's like, I think she knows the Tooth Fairy. I'm like, it's the Switch Witch.
Wait, what? Is this like Santa's friend, the Switch Witch?
Yes. So you
What?
leave the bin of candy and a note, and the Switch Witch will come and swap it for one toy that the kid really wants.
This is so interesting because Parker hasn't been of age yet. He's gonna start trick-or-treating, but he's never trick-or-treated. We just hang out at the house. I'll have to tell him all about the Switch Witch.
They love it.
So there's also a different Switch Witch that you may have known, our dad. When we were kids,
Steals all
our
the candy.
dad, we would collect all our candy, and Jonathan and I were very good. We would actually go around, we had multiple bags, and we would sort of guilt people into giving us more candy and everything. So we would come back with multiple bags full of all the candy. My dad would be like, I have to check to make sure everything's safe for you. Let me check. And he goes through and he just takes out all the things that he wants for himself, keeps that for himself. I was like, okay, this is good for you.
Chocolate. What is the official date where it's okay to start decorating for Halloween?
I mean, last Halloween.
Yeah.
But this thing, I need ideas, something that would work for Linda, me, and a 1-year-old and 3-year-old. So if you can make sure to comment ideas, I'm open to anything. What's current, or what's funny, or what's just like a fun play on words that could be a group of costumes.
I'm amazed that you don't know what your costume is going to be yet, because I start planning my costume a year in advance.
Wait, Halloween is the end of October. Okay, I have time.
I'm going to be the wizard from Wicked.
Oh, nice.
Jeff Goldblum's character. Like and subscribe. Let us know if you want to see something in particular with our designs this year, but we have more videos coming. We're going to show you the making of our costumes and the styling of our houses. Every year we switch it up. We do something a little bit different.
Happy Halloween.